It is a chilly night here in the northeastern U.S., but we've got some football to keep us warm at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. Tonight we kick off Week 13 with a great Thursday night matchup between the Buffalo Bills and the New England Patriots. Here's the punter, Jake Bailey, ready to do the honors. And we are underway in Foxborough. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. On first down, they'll start out with Singletary. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. And, CD, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level, and sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting...
He's got a man, complete! Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 36 yards on the play.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down. This defense for the Pats, they were very good a week ago in that win over Minnesota.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
A play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen. And bringing it in, it's Davis. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. 25 yards that time. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. 1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. They'll run here with Moss. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
Right back to Davis. It's complete. And give him a full 10 yards there. 2nd and goal. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? Some of the freshest guys coming off the last game and playing on a Thursday night. Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
So they're back at the 7 now for 3rd and goal. To throw, it's Allen. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. So instead of forcing the field goal, it'll be 1st and goal.
Yeah, the force was trying to make something happen that just didn't need to, right? I mean, the plays happen, let it go. It's over. Instead, he creates a penalty.
Moss will score. Touchdown, Buffalo. Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories, and you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do, and when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there, that nice opening drive, because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jones and the Pats now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb, and he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. And again, it's Chubb. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down. The Patriots at 9-2 to start play. And they coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Escaping the pressure right. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown. Well, we went from scoreless to 13-0 in a hurry. First, their offense had the touchdown, and now the defense comes through with one.
You can't get a better 1-2 punch than that. Follow up a touchdown offense by getting one on defense. If they keep that effort up, you'll take the other sideline out of this one very quickly.
And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. And that flag accepted. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded right around the 8. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
For most people, the excitement of the kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that?
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Von Miller, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. They go up the middle with Chubb, and they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. Call it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
It'll be a 41-yard punt, give them 5 on the return. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. So good field position for the Bills as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From midfield, here's Allen. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for. One of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. On 2nd and 12, Allen flush to his right. On the catch, it's Crowder. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots 21. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. Second down coming up. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. And they'll get him down right about the 20. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's Kyler Duggar who picks it, and the Patriots will take over here at their own 12-yard line. Jones and the Pats now with a 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line. Throwing, Jones. Dancing to his left. They're looking for Higgins, but it is intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde, and they're already in the red zone. The 18-yard line is where they take over. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Jamison Crowder hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Bills are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. So after knocking through the field goal, here's Bass to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And listen, these Thursday night games, they're tough on the body. You just played on Sunday, 72 hours later. Hey, it's game day again, but I have to think a Thursday night game in September much more preferable than a Thursday nighter in December, no?
Oh, there's no doubt about it. You mentioned how tough it is on the body. How about the mind? You're already tired, fatigued, right? Trying to battle for playoff spots, and here you have the quick turnaround. Now, the flip side is, if you take care of business, win that Thursday nighter, you go into a mini open week. Gives you a few extra days to heal up the body and the mind before you play your next game.
Von Miller able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. Now Jones being chased out left. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, obviously searching for their first touchdown this game, partner. And that quick 3 and out, that's not going to achieve that at all. Give victory to the secondary there. They brought out tight coverage on that 3rd down snap.
It's a 41-yard punt, but just a net of 31 following the run back. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
But oh, it's wide right. No good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And, of course, this a critical game in regards to not just the division race, but playoff seeding as well. They are a game up, but a loss here could really muddy the waters.
And both of these teams want to clear things up about how they feel about each other and their standing in the league. Because these two teams, they've really been the cream of the crop in their division. So this game, it's been looming on both of their schedules.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They run it again with Chubb. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line. These two AFC East rivals, Buffalo and New England, well, the Bills, they've kind of flipped the script the last few years in this series. The Patriots own the division for so long, won 16 times in 17 years. But it's the Bills who have captured the title the last 2 years, and they crushed the Pats in the wild card round last year, you might remember, in Buffalo, 47-17. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. They'll roll him out right. And this one's incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Eluding the pressure right. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
It'd be interesting to see what he decides to do the next time he's in the position we just saw there. Outside of the pocket, takes a throw downfield, it turns up incomplete. I wonder if next time he might take off and run.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Oh, and Jones has just thrown his 3rd interception. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown.
I cannot imagine a more perfect half of football for one side, CD, and a more disastrous half of football for another side. But if you focus on the positive half, with this pick 6, you look at where that lead is at, and to think that we are only in the 2nd quarter. My goodness.
I love the expression, my goodness indeed. Pretty obvious. It's a free fall out there. Everybody gets a chance to make a play. And if you're on the field, you've got a great chance of being the next guy that your teammates are celebrating.
Jones and the Pats now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Jones, another shot here after the pick 6. Forced out to his left. And Jones will hit the deck here, and he is able to pick up the 1st down. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down. Off the play fake. Jones on the move to his left. Smith catches left side. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. To throw again on 2nd down. Jones. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Throwing on 1st down. Jones. And he's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Another try after the 1st down sack. Jones. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
Over the middle, complete. That's Henry. And he's got a 1st down as the tackle made at the Bills' 43. Looking to throw. Jones. And he'll throw this one away. I don't think he's out of the pocket, no. Here comes the flag.
Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Bills taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! The Patriots trailing here, but they will have the football first as the third quarter is underway. No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely. But you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
Second down, here's Chubb again.
And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. They'll try and throw for it here.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
4th and 2, they got it. That was kind of that gray area. Is that a feel thing, whether you go run or pass there offensively?
I think it's a feel thing. It's a tendency thing about what you like to do yourself on offense, as well as knowing how strong they are against the run on defense. Got to make a decision, and they made the correct one.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
61 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Chubb. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker, was the one disrupting there defensively. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12.
Out of the gun, they give it to Stevenson.
And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
He'll buy some time right, and he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down. Here's Nick Folk now on for the field goal. This from 42 yards out. And it's a fake. He's going to throw it. Now a throw caught by one of their linemen. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Second down, here's Chubb again.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
So the false start will back them up 5. Ooh, moving from his tight end spot there.
Do you think that perhaps the play call was for him?
And this offense back to needing 10 yards after the false start. 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Jones flushed out right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the 3rd quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
The Folks kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Now after the field goal, Bailey will kick it away. Kicks it on the ground with a squib, taken around the 28. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they get the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
Down to the 42, second down.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this.
And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots 19. That one goes for 24 yards.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
They'll give up the middle to Johnson. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
They'll look to run with Moss.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown.
Zach Moss, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Bills add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive.
Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big 4th quarter hole.
Jones now throwing on first down.
And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage.
I like how he hung in there and went through his progressions, but eventually his internal clock went off and told him it was time to make a run for it, and he ends up sliding down with a solid gain.
And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Desperation time now. Here's Jones.
Steps away to his left. And that will be incomplete. Looked like it might have been intercepted, but he's out of bounds. And a good thing, too, probably. That would have cost him yardage. And now they'll get the ball back on the turnover on downs. They'll run on 1st down with Singletary.
And he'll get this just inside the 30-yard line.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
From the 29, Allen works right side into the hands of the tight end, Knox. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line.
They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Super Bowl 49 hero Malcolm Butler. He's at the 30. 10. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're...
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Okay, they went for the fake off of the extra point attempt. It's a long way to go, and they didn't get there. Didn't get it completed successfully. Did someone dare them to do that? Did someone double dog dare them?
I was going to ask you, maybe they saw something on film, but do you see something on film with those to try something from the 15 on a PAT? I don't know.
The only thing they needed to see on film there was a snap, a hold, and someone kicking the ball through the post.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, giving him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless, take care of the ball on the way out.
And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49.
15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
They'll run on 1st down with Moss.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
On 2nd down, it's Moss again.
And some room to work. And he gets this all the way down to the Patriots' 16-yard line.
And that's on the guard, Cody Ford.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Singletary, they'll go up the middle. They get just a yard back there, and now they'll be looking at a tough 3rd and 15. Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on third down. Allen off the play fake. Airing one out for Crowder. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
No let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout, and actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the third quarter doing the old hold up 4 fingers college sign, meaning the fourth quarter is ours, and they certainly weren't kidding.
And a little bit of space there takes it inside the 5 to the 3. A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be 2nd and goal. To Johnson again. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back through the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we haven't been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
The Pats at the line, ready to go.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Jones to throw on third down. Open receiver here, complete. It's Parker. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. Again, he'll drop to throw. He's going to let it fly. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Jordan Poyer.
And the Bills will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
Allen down to a knee, and that should just about do it. Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation